How did you get into music production?
I was in the band growing up, and a lot of my friends that were in the band with me were in the same neighborhood as me, and we would always jam out and make music together. They all had instruments that they played. I didn't really know how to play any instruments other than the trumpet, so I just started like playing with synths and shit.
And what kind of band was it?
Oh, just like school band, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I played the trumpet in band in like middle school and high school.
I got kicked out of band, bro.
My teacher didn't like that I played soccer, so he put me in the jazz band my senior year on purpose so he could fail me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right. So where are you from?
Originally from Virginia, but before I moved to Atlanta, I was living in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what was it like growing up in Virginia?
It was cool. I was living in like a suburban neighborhood. Was going to school out there, and then I started working at like a shoe store in the city, and that was lit. Like learn how to like dress and shit, and low key it's like kind of boring out there, or at least where I was living, because it was far away from where everything was, like a 30-minute drive. Kind of reminded me of Atlanta, no cap, but it was cool. Just after a while, I had lived there for like more than 15 years, so after a while I just felt like I did everything that I could do there, and I was like, it's time to go.
So it's kind of like a country town?
Where I was, it was like a town, yeah. It was like that we're known for like ham and shit, yeah.
Wait, how many people were in the town?
I don't even know, not a lot though. Definitely not a lot. You could drive through it in like 10, 15 minutes.
All right. So you moved from Virginia to Baltimore?
Yeah.
And did you have like these big city dreams, or like what?
Yeah, originally the idea was to move up there so I could, for a job that would let me transfer to Atlanta. But after a while, it was just kind of like it was taking too long, so I just moved down here.
Did you like Baltimore?
Baltimore was lit. Yeah, I fuck with Baltimore heavy. Yeah, it was like just a small city. You can move around real quickly. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Yeah, it's hard. It's like people say it's a scary place. If you just move right, it's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that about everywhere.
Yeah.
Every place has its good and bad. And so what prompted your move to Atlanta? Was it for music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always wanted to move to Atlanta and make music. Yeah. It just felt like it would be easier to network out here. Networking in Baltimore was real hard. You couldn't really find where the artists were at. Artists just pop up everywhere. You could just meet them anywhere out here.
And so what are some projects that you're working on right now?
So I got, what is it, like 7 songs? 7 songs on the tape coming out tonight at midnight. I produced her last 2 tapes. I'm supposed to be working on a tape with Lil Wody, Dead or Alive. I've been slacking on that, so I gotta hit him up and get that done now that we got this Project Rock coming out tonight. Other than that, I have another project that I want to put together of just a compilation of all different artists on my beats, but it's not all the way put together yet, so I don't want to talk about it too much.
Okay. Yeah. Do you come from a musical family?
My grandmother and grandfather were in a band together.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's how they met?
I don't know if that's how they met, but I do know that they were in a band together. Yeah. And they
and so what
traveled a little bit, I think. I don't know too much.
Okay. What was the genre? Do you know the genre?
I feel like it was like rockish.
Rock?
Like I really don't know. I could ask my mom and find out. I feel like I've heard it before, but it's been a while.
And so what's your biggest inspiration for producing music?
Jeez. There's so many, because like I started making like electronic music for real. And then transitioned into making rap probably like 3 or 4 years in. So I can't even really pinpoint it.
Wait, so the electronic like house or like EDM type? Like what's the vibe?
Yeah, I could do both, but originally probably like more EDM, like future bass-ish. But like it was really experimental too. It wasn't really like, it was all over the place. Yeah, just experimental electronic music. Yeah.
And what made you move from that to you said Jamaican rap?
To making rap, yeah. So I had met a producer. I had met a rapper. I was doing security at Bonnaroo, and one of the dudes that worked there, I found out he was a rapper, and we ended up living in the same town, that tiny ass town. And so I told him that I was a producer and I was interested in making rap, and we worked on a tape for like 2 years and put that shit out. And after working on a tape for 2 years, like I did everything: produced, recorded, engineered, mixed and mastered, all that shit. So after 2 years of that experience, it kind of just like made sense to just only do that.
Has chasing your dreams affected any of your personal relationships?
I would say yeah, like not crazy though. Like I think originally, like it's hard for the people to get the idea of this lifestyle, but if they truly love you, they'll understand it eventually. A lot of people, like I had to fight them to like get them to understand like this is the life I wanted to live. But if they truly love you, they'll stick with you. If they don't, they'll just move on. That's how I feel. For sure.
And so what is it about the life that they don't understand?
I think it's just like from the outside in, it's hard to distinguish like what is and isn't work. Technically, I feel like I'll be trying to explain to them that networking is a real thing. People think I'm just fucking around outside and shit. Like, nah, I'm actually trying to meet people, get in the rooms where I can like get opportunities and shit. Some people don't understand that. Yeah,
it's true. And so, how do you deal with those sort of like rifts in those relationships? I
mean, you just try to explain it to them, and if they don't understand it, like you can't really force that. And that's just how I feel. I don't like, you know. At the end of the day, I think what's for you is for you. As you know, you shouldn't really have to fight for just like somebody to understand what you do. If they really like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Are you interested in any other art forms outside of music?
Low key, but like I feel like there's so much that I want to do in music that all that shit's on pause. Like I do want to make clothes and shit. We made some clothes. I have a brand with a friend of mine. So yeah, probably just clothes other than music.
Fast fashion or slow fashion?
Both. Yeah, like fast fashion for the money, slow fashion for the legacy. For sure.
Do you feel like it's possible to combine both of those sort of like manufacturing styles into one brand?
Yeah, anything's possible, for sure. It just takes like time. You have to chisel away at it. You get it though, as long as you just were dedicated to it.
What's your ultimate goal with the fashion?
Shit. Just make shit I want to wear. Just like, but shit that's never been seen before at the same time.
Do you have any favorite designers?
No, not
people
really.
You want to collab with?
No, I haven't. Nah, I'm just focused on music right now. To even be. Well, I fuck with Jebediah Ryder. I will say that I fuck with Jebediah Ryder hard. He's hard.
As far as music collabs, are there any producers or artists that you like to collab with?
Producers, I want to work with Bamboy and Spizzle Doe and AR. Yeah.
Are there any artists you want to work with?
Right now I'm rocking with Jay, and there's a bunch of artists that I'm around right now. But for me to work with artists, I really need to sit down with them and like understand their vision. I don't like to just make music, I guess. Like I feel like I need to know the reason behind it, or just like the energy. Yeah, I just need to realize, like if it's like it needs to line up for sure. Yeah. So I'm trying to get settled right now, get my own crib. Once I get my own crib, I'm definitely going to be trying to work with more artists for sure.
So where are you living now?
Right now I'm living with my mother right now on the south side.
Wait, what part of Southside?
Fayetteville.
Okay, I know about Fayetteville.
Yeah.
I'm from Clayton County.
Okay, Cleco.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's right up. That's right up the way.
But wait, so when you came back from Maryland, you immediately moved to the South Side?
I'm moving in with my mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What made y'all choose the South Side? What made you choose the South Side?
Oh, I don't know. She been moved down here. She been down here for a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was because her sister lived in Peachtree City. She wanted to be close.
How do you feel about producers making beats with loops?
You gotta use them if you want to. I mean, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as you give credit. And also, like, you don't have to use the loop entirely. You could chop it up. There's so many different ways. Like, I don't have anything against it, but I would, I don't know. I would encourage them to just not just use the loop. Try to see if you can change it in any way or just add your own spin to it. I mean, I guess adding the drums would be your own spin to it in a way too, so it doesn't really matter.
And from your perspective, what is like next level for you? Like, what's the next accomplishment in your career?
Oh shit, man, try to get a motherfucking gold or a platinum or some shit. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Or like get 1 million plays or some shit.
Do you find yourself working with the same individual artists, or like, let's say if a big artist wanted like some of your music, would you? They just wanted to purchase a beat from you. They didn't want to actually meet you.
Yeah, I would just have to be contractually cool. Yeah,
Okay.
If I'm be working with a bigger artist, I'm definitely gonna just want my publishing, my royalties if they want to be. I've already sold like exclusives before, and like it's just been discussed like what the split is, and yeah, I'm always with that. Yeah.
Okay, but so only for like, I don't want to say smaller, but like, how do you differentiate between the people that you meet and sit down with, like you said earlier, before you kind of work with them, and then the people who you're just like, okay, you got the money, I'm gonna do it.
I've only had like 2 or 3 people hit me online trying to buy a beat for real. So I mean that's money, so I always take that opportunity. But when it comes to just meeting people and giving them beats, it's really just like, I mean, most of the time, if I think they're cool, usually I used to treat this shit like the dope game for real. I try to give them something for free, and if they fuck with it, then they can start paying me for that shit. Engineering, recording, all that shit. Beats. If I fuck with you, I'll throw you something for free the first time. If you fuck with me after that, like, you know, let's work together on the business tip.
And so what advice would you give someone watching this who aspires to be a music producer?
Shit, put your 10,000 hours in, just go hard, don't stop. Just make music every day, watch YouTube tutorials about what you don't know. That's how I started. I quit my job and would make music until either didn't know what to do or something along those lines, or wanted to do something and couldn't figure it out. I look it up on YouTube, and I just did that for like a whole summer. That's how I started getting nice. Then after that, definitely work with artists. Don't just make beats and listen to them yourself. You got to figure out what artists like to hear. I feel like a lot of producers just make beats for themselves, and they don't really understand that. Artist has to get on it. You got to leave room for the artist. That doesn't mean you can't go crazy though. Go crazy, for sure. Show them what you got. Make it.